On February 14th, Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, was the site of a school shooting resulting in 17 tragedies and 17 injuries. Since the school shooting, students of the high school have made national headlines as they took on activist roles to raise question to gun policies that allowed for the tragedy to occur.
But we need to pay attention to the fact that this isn't just a mental health issue. He wouldn't have harmed that many students with a knife.
The students organized a national protest on March 17th called the March for Our Lives, where people throughout the country marched on Capitol Hill to protest and demand for gun reform.
We will no longer be quiet when a tragedy strikes as a result of gun violence. We will no longer be ignored by our representatives on the issue of gun control. Today marks the day that we rise up and make our voices heard.
A new documentary titled We Are the Change shows the Parkland students' journey to Capitol Hill as they demanded for change.
Who's free? Our street! 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 Who's free? Our street!
The documentary premiered at Fort Lauderdale's Savor Cinema on May 22nd, where well over 100 viewers gathered together to discuss the tragedy and the students' activism.
I urge you, propose meaningful gun safety laws, vote yea to bills that advance gun control, and sing along with us to the melody of justice. Never again, never again, never again.
Senator Gary Farmer of Florida's 34th District was also in attendance and shared his thoughts on the need for changes in gun policies.
I lived in Parkland for 12 years, so we were personally touched by the tragedy at Stoneman Douglas. We know many of the families. Jamie Gutenberg, one of the girls who was killed, danced with my daughters in dance theater, and so it affected us personally. I felt like this is why I was elected to office, something so important as this, to make a difference. And so we've just attempted to help give these students a voice. They've just such a great job of leading us and inspiring us, and I just want to facilitate that in any way I can.
The producer of the film, Gina Honori, explained why she felt it was important to document the students' journey and share it with the world.
My hope was obviously to make a change and give the kids a voice so that they could be heard. I know that they obviously already have a voice with all their social media and the news outlets and stuff, but any other kind of voice, any more coverage you can get is obviously better.
The event ended with a Q&A session where students and teachers were able to answer attendees' questions about their journey and hopes for the future.
To protect our institutions in our public, we don't rely on the employees in a lot of these buildings to protect themselves with weapons. And so to think that it's going to be the teachers to protect the students in the schools, it's crazy.
The film will be released to the general public at a later time by Honori Films.